Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, man. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this 100% truth, and salutations to all the sincere out there, and also the 144,000 elect, those sincere among us. So, yeah, man, it's good. We're back out here again, man. We're going to keep doing this Abarat Azar, throwing those jabs out there, as Apostle M.O.T.B talking about. He was talking about that in one of his recent videos. So that's what we'll be doing when we be putting up these videos day in and day out, amongst the sit downs and going out there on the highways and the byways. That's a good way to look at it. I like the idea of what he said. When you're doing it, you're putting your face in your hand in Esau's face, or keeping them at bay via the demons doing the videos. You're keeping all the demons at bay, man.
Go on.
So let's go in, man. Bring out what you're holding, Ahab. Oh, so yeah, say your name, man, in way of reminder.
My name is Brother Ahab. It's the Brother Razar here.
Yeah, as you know, Aria. Yeah, man.
Go on. Let me get this one.
Yeah, bring it out, Bobby.
Right, this is the book of 1 Peter 5, verse 8, to start with. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, be vigilant, be diligent. Yeah. Read those words again, Baba Kushab. We know them, but in way of reminder. I'm going to stress them again. Yeah.
Right. 1 Peter 5, verse 8. Be sober.
Yeah.
Be vigilant.
Yeah, because when someone is the opposite to sober is drunk, you know, in way of thinking on the carnal level, when it's opposite to sober is drunk. When someone is drunk, they're not coherent, innit? You know, just picturing people outside the pub, and he just come outside the pub and he's drunk, and his surroundings, you know, cars are beeping that way. I'm thinking of New York, but you could think about the motorways and the dual carriageway over here, you know. I'm thinking, because I know I hear a lot about New York. Our brothers, our elders, be talking about how busy it is. It's just one of them places where they say, New York, it never sleeps. But imagine you be drunk in places like that, anywhere you can think of where it's busy, you're drunk. You know what I mean? You're gonna
city that never sleeps.
Right, yeah. That's what it's known for. Which is Babylon, and you got Mother of Babylon over here. It never sleeps over here too. There's certain places where it might be a little bit more lackadaisical, but the urban areas, man, you know, bring out your precept. Yeah, we're going to come back to that, yeah?
Okay, brother.
On that point on wine, this is Proverbs 20:1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Yeah, that's literally when you overdo it. Nothing wrong with a little bit of yarn. We be having our, you know, we be doing that, having our times amongst ourselves, a little bit of that yarn, but overdoing anything, as a matter of fact, a balance to anything or an imbalance to anything is an abomination to the Most High. So, but really we're thinking about the philosophies of this world that keeps you drunk, man, keeps you under a spell. The philosophies of this world, that's the wine that he's talking about there.
Got another one as well. You know, on that point on, you know, having a balance when you're drinking, because, you know, certain brothers, when we're also in that state of, you know, sorrow, or, you know, you want to console a brother, brothers get together and, you know, have some yarn, aka wine. This is 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake,
that's the spirit.
and thine often infirmities.
Yeah.
You know, infirmities goes into basically infirm things of which go into weakness. So when brothers may be in that weak state, you know, sometimes you need a pump up in the spirit. You know, you get consoled with the brotherhood, man. So of course, during those times, it's okay to have a little bit of wine, even on your own. You know, you drink a little bit of wine. But so of course, when you overdo it, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah, you was gonna say that was if you overdose. If you overdose in anything, that's you was on. You know, I know that's the spirit made you say that, because anything you overdose on is gonna do. There's gonna be side effects to it. Yeah. So we can come back to what you've got. I know you're holding something. Yeah.
Verse 9 now.
Yeah.
1 Peter 5, verse 9. Whom resisteth steadfast in the faith.
As a matter of fact, for us to understand, read 8 again and then read that. Yeah.
I got you. 1 Peter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Right. we know the devil. You got the spiritual devil. And you got the devil incarnate, which we know the devil incarnate is Esau. And he, the scripture says he don't sleep unless he calls someone to stumble. That's in Proverbs. But then you got the spiritual devil, the demons, you know. I had my little something the other day. Oh, yes. I ended it for a little while, the sleep paralysis. So I remembered to keep the medicine strong, right? The plan A, the plan B, and the plan B fails, you got the plan, you know, plan C, you got the plan A, you got the plan B, you got the plan C. Anyway, so as our brothers, our elders being instructing us to keep the medicine strong, so as I'm into what I'm into, my little something, my little regiments, my herbs, keeping the medicine strong, I remember what I did. I just got my thing, my burner, my incense burner, got my what's that one there? You got the myrrhs, you got all the different types of myrrhs.
Candle?
Not the candles. There's another one. Hold on, it's gonna come to me. The green stuff that you burn, man. What's the? Anyway, I burnt it.
Go on.
It's in the back of my mind, man. It's in the back of my mind.
It'll come.
Right. Anyway, I said my prayer. That's the first thing that I did. Eventually, it was like it's almost like if you ever see them MMA fighters, and they get him in a headlock, the guillotine. It was like I was in a guillotine, man, and I was wrestling with this demon.
A choke.
I got a chokehold. I was wrestling with this demon, and I eventually got the word out. Yehovah Hashem Yahushai, and I got my own little tailor-made, you know, Hebrew, quick hitters that I can hit them out in case of any emergency. And I said that, and then I burned my the sage. That's it, sage.
Go on.
I burned my sage, and I got other little resins as well, like the myrrh and all the frank. I got them all on hand, and I put it near to me, and I burnt it. Yeah. So you know they according to tradition, according to the what sage does, it purifies air, right? Any kind of impurities, it gets them out. You know, and obviously it gives you a good feeling about when you're doing it. It's like a little regiment. So I put that near on the chair, not too far from the bedside, and I burned that, and I just carried on saying a couple of different types of prayers that I know in my memory until I fell back asleep. But so yeah, there was a reason why we're reading this, because there's a moral to the story. 1 Peter 5 and 8 and 9 again. There's a reason why we're reading it.
Can I bring a precept here?
Come.
James 4 verse 7 to back what you're saying. Submit yourselves therefore to the Lord our power. Resist the devil and he will flee from you.
It's the same. That's a precept that backs it up well. Resisting the devil, man, because we as we said, we've got the devil incarnate. Brothers know the ones, you know, in the corporate world, we've got to deal with these devils, man. And brothers be under all kinds of different scenarios where they have to keep their medicine strong, resist the devil, have their regiments ready, their prayers ready, and you know, their blessings too, blessing their day, blessing their car. Doing the videos, I can't forget that, you know, putting them jabs in these the demon's face. That's what we're doing. I like, you know, that's one of my favorite types of things, that when the elders be stressing, you know, we're in combat. This is a spiritual combat. Ephesians chapters 6. I know you're holding something.
Yeah, I've got one.
Go on.
You know, you mentioned the precept before, but I just want to read it out. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
You come up again. That's that wine. Yeah. You got the literal wine, which makes people turn, you know, overdose. They overdose on it. And he's always been overdosing on everything, because the scriptures say, and literally, because they're what's the word, man? They're an abomination, man. They're children of fools. They haven't got balance in them. They haven't got righteousness in them. So when they be getting into anything, they be getting into it overdosing on it. So that's the literal wine. But really, it's really, as well as avoiding those ease, our enemy, the adversary, the devil, it's the philosophies of this world that we need to resist as well, right? So that our day, we bless the day, brothers. I mentioned the carnal, dealing in the corporate world. Bless the day, man. That's that, you know, Barak. Yeah. You know, you step your foot out the house, Barak the day, man. All brothers come up with are very creative when it comes to those prayers.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of. We can go to Elder Managan. I've got a lot. I try to change it up every now and then, but there's a lot. Check out Elder Managan, GMS.
Is it Army 144?
Army 144.
Yes.
That's it. Elder Managan will be going into the different types of Hebrews for health, for whatever your wife, your children, your challenges,
even curses. Yeah.
Blessings. You need to bless the yard. I put a nice blessing again, in my ride to do some bits and pieces in there. I went in there. I ain't been in for a little while. Put rock that yard there, man. I'm soon I'll be ready to go back in there because I'm fixing it up again nicely.
I've got a precept here.
Yeah, please.
Romans 8 verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life.
Yeah.
And peace.
Yeah, that's the life. That's where the life is, man. To live somewhat behind enemy lines, somewhat reasonably, you need the laws.
Right.
Go on.
I mean, when I say the laws.
That's spiritual. I've got it here, as you hear.
All right, go on.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Lord our power. For it is not subject to the law of the Lord our power, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Lord our power.
Yeah. So the laws, we know we can't keep the laws 100% in this carnal flesh over 113, right? But you got the blatant ones which stick out to us with the abominable foods and all the, the vices of this world, which are thrust up in our faces.
Right.
And also we keep the, because there was an incident the other day, just come to me. Hold what you got. An incident the other day where it was IUIC, and you had the a 13-year-old approached him. One of the elders put up the video, and he was saying that he believes in the M.O.T.B. He says he believes in it, and he's around 23 now, and he said ever since he was 13, he accepted it. He had no problem with it. And then you had these IUIC coming out with accept nothing that is too high for you. One of them kind of precepts, which was totally going off. Understand things that are not too high for you, which was trying to. Well, we know that. We know that. We're gonna get to that, but it was very good. The example that a 13-year-old at that time was able to embrace the M.O.T.B. So, another one, Kazak, he was mentioning the former Mississippi brother was saying that while he was doing his job, you be saying things, brothers be
receptive.
Be perceptive about that, and certain things just stay with you. Because you hear something, you say, oh, that's a good idea to do a video. Oh, that's a good illustration, or that's a good testimony. So this is a powerful testimony.
Very much.
A blind woman, while he was doing his job, his work as a driver, we know very well because he'd be talking about it. She said, and he said he wasn't asking any questions, but she came out of it. The conversation led from one thing and it led to the M.O.T.B. She said, as a blind woman, she accepts it. She said she accepts that that's the M.O.T., the mark of the beast. Obviously, because it's been pushed out there. Right. Even if you're blind and you can't watch television, you're going to hear it. But I thought that was a powerful illustration for back to IUIC.
Yeah.
So we're going to title the video something along them lines.
The blind can see it. Why can't? Are you
What's wrong with you?
What's
wrong with you, IUIC? You got blind people giving testimonies. You got 13-year-olds coming forward and standing their ground against opposition, IUIC. You're not looking good right now. You're not looking good, man. Someone bring out what you got, man.
Based on false prophets. This is Isaiah 29:10. For the Lord Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
Right. Yeah, you want to break it down?
Yeah, so what that means is, pertaining to IUIC, receiving that person of whom said...
A 13-year-old young boy in front of them. They indirectly was cursing him out, trying to use the wrong scriptures as well.
Yeah, to try and put him down as well. But the thing is, them trying to put him down, they don't realize that they themselves are also under delusion as well. As it says here, it says, the Most High, let me read it again. For the Lord Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. So of course they're not aware of things. When a person is asleep, they're not aware of things going on. And spiritually they are asleep. Hence why this comprehension of the M.O.T.B seems like a complicated matter, but really it's a simple matter when it's broken down to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's two things: either that they're so blind that they can't see, or they've taken the bag, which I think the latter. You know, I mean, it's too out there now. Where you got blind people, you got people now. It's been pushed up. You know, you got the AI. They're pushing the AI heavy now, right? And they're not making any kind of riddles out of it. As one of our elders was saying, everything's so blatant and obvious now, hiding it in plain sight, which is very strange that someone can't see it. So most likely it's the latter. It's probably that. So let me. So yeah, man, because you got so much happening. As a matter of fact, let me read this one. Micah 2:10 says, "Arise," to back up what we opened up with. Yeah, Micah 2:10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Right. There's so many reasons why we can fall back on that. We can fall back on that, rest assured, knowing that this is not our rest.
Yes.
There's too many things going on, man. As a matter of fact, there's a thing. Let me finish this and then we get that after. Not our rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Yeah, it's gonna corrupt you, man. This is not our rest. We don't embrace this. Yeah, we make use of the world, but not to the fullest. Right? Hence, we use these phones. You know, we use the technology. We use, to a certain extent, the AI.
The world is a tool.
It's a tool, and we use it to. So there's something that you said earlier. If you remember what you said about the AI.
You know, just for basic understanding, AI is just like a child. So AI just stands for artificial intelligence. To develop intelligence, you got to feed it with quality things, so that quality products or quality output, comes out of the AI. But if you feed the AI bullshit, then bullshit is gonna come out as well.
Right.
So right now, ESOL's filled it with certain bullshit because all they do is just collect data from anywhere they can.
Yeah.
And then filter it to the AI, and then it gives you whatever it gives you.
Right.
Because they haven't put some quality stuff. They haven't done an actual diligent search with what they're putting in the AI. That's why you can't always trust everything.
Right.
The AI says.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can't trust.
Yeah.
Hence why we know that this is not our rest. But yes, as we know, this is the tool, right? Which we know even the devil incarnate is E, right? And to a certain extent, the Most High, to a fullest extent, the Most High is controlling them. So whatever, the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. So whatever he allows them to have, aka AI, right? He's allowing them to use it to fulfill his will. Are you holding something?
I got precept here. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Lord our power, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, and that armor is, we talk about the sword, the shield, and the helmet. Right? The sword, the shield, and the helmet, and our feet ready, in movement, which is the armor.
Yeah.
So, in way of doing these videos, don't underestimate the power of these videos, man.
True.
They have number one, you get job satisfaction. Number two, you get protection. I mean, by actually doing the work of the Lord on the whole. That's the suit of armor. You can sum it up or you can frame it like that. The suit of armor is the work of the Lord, right? So, and that's going back to what Elder Apostle, all the apostles be saying, but I first heard it from Elder Apostle Rakar, keeping your medicine strong. That's the work of the Lord. That's the protection. You finished with that?
A little bit more.
Come.
Verse 12 now. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Yeah, so you got the principalities, which we know. You got Nero right now. You stepped in power, and he's not holding no hold bars hold. Hold no bars. No. Someone say it, man.
The horns are growing gradually. You can see it.
The horns are coming out. That's a good way to say it. The horns he's showing his horns now because that's the carry on reading, man.
Right.
Yeah.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yep.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Lord our power, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Right. Yeah. So they're raising their horns, which we know we're talking about AI a little bit. That's part of their horns. That's been implemented by them. It's going to become more prominent. It's going to be one of the brothers, the way he said it, he said it's so convenient to have first of all, you got the digital currency, then you got the digital over there in Ethiopia. I think it's 2026. You got the digital ID.
Yes.
And then you got the M.O.T.B, the AI, all the different the Apple Eye Vision, Apple Eye Vision, which is all on the exterior at the moment. But it's going to be more convenient. Why don't you get it? It's so convenient. Why don't we go a little bit further? We're talking about being imbalanced, which is it's all prophecy anyway. As a matter of fact, someone hold Revelations chapters.
Let me get it.
Revelations chapters 9 and 14.
Even on that point as well, there was just watch when Esau starts to show on the adverts that he can heal blindness, man, because it talks in Revelation about the wicked really performing miracles, man, to deceive people. But the thing is, with those miracles, he's going to try and achieve that with his technology.
Yeah.
Of course, with this Neuralink, M.O.T.B that's going to come out, that's going to be that could be used easily to solve blindness as well, because when they put it inside the head, the neurons of which are related to vision, which is if you want to get technical, that's called the occipital lobe. That's around the back of the head that allows you to see. But the thing is, when that when that implant then goes into the head, then of course Esau can eventually then achieve, the Most High could allow him to achieve sight through those of whom are blind. So that's an example of the miracles to come. But what I was going to mention was the Black Mirror episode, where there was a lens of which two guys were gaming. They put a lens in their eyes, and that really is like that transformed what they saw completely. Like what you seeing right now, let's say you had a tree right in front of you, that's your real life. But if you put these lenses, you could be inside the game. So what Esau could do, he could hack your mind so that he can control what you see as well. Start putting dreams in your head. Yeah. Because Isaiah 14:14 also talks about him wanting to be like the Most High. Right. But yes, so look,
I'm glad you brought that out, because that goes into Revelations chapters 13, man. Yeah. The rich and small, and he's actually gonna be able to to make all that different types of miracles. I think we can touch on that as well after. But let's read Revelation 14 and read 8. Right.
Revelations 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, carry on.
Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark.
The beast is NATO, the EU, right? The revived Romans today. That's the beast. The image is the replica, or all the ways and everything that they be doing today, the same like the ancient Romans. So carry on.
Right. Again, Revelations 14 verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark.
Right. There you go. That's the mark of the beast, right? The charagma underneath the skin. Right. Carry on.
Receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Right. They're the places where you can get them. Yeah. And we're reading prophecy right now. Yeah. Carry on.
Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Lord our power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb.
Right. So you decide, right? The 13-year-old, I like the courage, the confidence that he was displaying. The one that approached IUIC, right? Talked to the big man too, and he stood his ground, man. Big intimidating looking guys in purple, right? But let you decide the M.O.T.B, and you're going to get the wrath of the Most High, or reject it, right? As we're going to look at blessings, we're going to get into the blessings of rejecting it. But we just looked at the consequences for taking it. But there's always consequences when you're dealing with lies and truth. But the elect are going to stand their ground anyway. And as what the elder did say, Elder Apostle Tahar, I mean, how do you know if this guy could be of the elect? We don't know. We don't know. But he's right now, he looks like he's behaving. He's showing that kind of faith right now, which is what the elects be showing from past, present, and what they're going to be showing in the future. You got it?
Yeah. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16 on the M.O.T.B again. It says, "And he causeth all."
Read 15.
All right. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to
no, Slacker. Hold on. Read 13. Revelation 13 and 13. Yeah.
Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders.
Yep.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Right.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
That happened more, not just the Second World War, 1945. And also with the Hiroshima and Nagasaki with the atom bomb. But other times he's able to do that. You know, you had the well-known aeroplanes, the Spitfires, bombs, the stealth bombers, right? In the sight of a lot of and even in the sight of John the Revelator, he was explaining in the time of before 96 AD, before he was describing modern times
with his own level of understanding.
According to the times that he was living in.
That's so he used animals.
Right. So carry on. What it looked like to him. Go on. Carry on.
Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right. And we mentioned a couple of the miracles that he's doing right now. Elon Musk.
Yeah, that, the Neuralink.
The Neuralink. He's the CEO of the Neuralink. Also the Tesla, which that's all backfiring anyway, because a lot of people are having all kinds of issues with the Tesla. The self remote control cars that he owns.
Right.
And again, let's read and then we're going to break it down after. Yeah, let's read it. Carry on reading.
It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, that's them Romans revived and back again. Today, the revived Romans, which they had influence. Obviously, they was very influential then, right? Now we got the king now who is in there. Brothers be saying he could be a lot, one of many. They say Nero. He's Nero coming back. But when you do your own little fact checking, you can make your own comparison. He's very interested in the burning dance. He likes fire. The word we used to hear was arsonist. And when he went in, that word arsonist, people that are obsessed with fire, and they like to burn. And like I say, Nero he burnt down Rome. I said in my last video, I said Israel. No, he burnt down Rome. This was 64 AD, and he blamed it on us at that time, which were the Christians, the Hebrew Israelites at that time. So he had an affinity for fire, burning things down, and then he came up with remodeling or remaking. He built something. What is it? A theater, Duma theater, something like that. One of those, something like that. But he was obsessed. What they call them today, philanthropists or property tycoons. He was into Nero was into that, and he had a lot of people. And if you do, as a matter of fact, while we're on that subject, let's finish this off.
His own hotel as well.
Hotels. The Trump Hotel is well known for Trump hotels around in certain states in America.
He's a businessman.
And there's another thing that I remember when I was a bit younger, when you heard about the Central Park five young men that were supposed to be in a park when an Edomite woman got, I say the grape, right? She got raped. This was back in it could have been the late 80s or early 90s. But I remember hearing it because it was all in the mainstream. And he came out. He was just a well-known businessman, a property tycoon then, and he came out with his big mouth. And he was also into wrestling. And he said, lock them up. It was going through trial, but he said, why don't you lock them up and go for it? They did it, and throw away the key. So he's about, he's an antichrist, man. And we can see now what he's doing now while he's in office. He's also taking funding back from the immigrations, all different types of immigration funding. So this is the real antichrist right here, man. Right. So carry on where we were. Read down to 17.
Go on. So this is now, I'll read verse 15 again. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. And the ones that ain't gonna bow down and take the M.O.T.B, not under the spell, the juicy, which we saw the example with the Juicy Lucy and the all of that. Right. There, a lot of them got all different types of repercussions they had. But the ultimate M.O.T.B is saying that carry on.
Yeah, go on.
Not worship the image of what?
Yep, as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, that's what we're going to have to face. That's going to be the hour of temptation.
Yeah.
And the elect, like I say, they've already, it's in them not to take it. And they're willing to, face the guillotines or the concentration camps, whatever.
If we die, so be it.
Right.
That's the mentality.
Whatever they have to go through, they're gonna keep their faith. Just like in Hebrews, when you read about all the the whole of the list of all the faithful prophets, a lot of them were, as a matter of fact,
I got something here.
Hold that. Get Hebrews chapters 11, around 30. Yeah, carry on with that, Abu Kusha.
This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So that's a great, rich and poor, free and bond, right? That's everybody's included. There's no exclusivity. Everybody's gonna have to face it, the hour of temptation. Face it, but the elect are gonna endure and resist it. Carry on.
Right. It says there, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You've got the Neuralink for the foreheads, which is referring to the heads. Right hand really could be any hand, to be honest, but right hand predominantly is through the spirit, because most people are right-handed nowadays. So verse 17,
and your head is your is the leader, the head is
actually at the forehead, they call that the prefrontal cortex.
Right.
That's good for decision making and really controlling the rest of the brain. So it makes sense.
Yeah. So obviously they want, as we know, they want to totally influence you, the way you talk, who you talk to,
full control.
As they do with the phones, which we found out there's things that you can do to switch off that is it Siri or whatever that name?
Siri,
because they like to, intervene or keep track of every little detail. That's the kind of demons that we're dealing with, man. That's the spirit of the devil, right there. And it comes out in this by this means.
Right, verse 17.
Yeah.
It says here, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, so you can't say you haven't been warned, man. But again, this is only for the elect. The elect are going to take heed, right? And we know what we're facing. We know what we're up against. Hence why we opened up with 1 Peter 1, 5 and 8. You know what I mean? And did you read that one? Romans 13. Yeah, get that now. To back.
So this is Romans 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is higher time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So
why you think that we're hearing so much about this AI? That's the thing.
So the infrastructure.
Right, it's in. The M.O.T.B is in as well, it's in, but it's not been made mandatory. But it's in. As a matter of fact, it's ready to go. It's ready to go, man. Right, it's ready to go. All they're waiting for is maybe another problem reaction solution, or
another event.
The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord anyway. So hence why we know. Read that one again, Baba Kusha.
Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Right. That's why we're picking up momentum. And as it's been, we're encouraged as we're drawing nearer to the end to pick up the momentum. The finish line is coming nearer, man.
Yeah, man. Let me get another precept on that as well.
So we're picking up momentum. We're keeping the jabs out there, the videos, right? The blinders, keeping the demons at bay, right? That reminds you, when you, for those who are into the whatever sport you're in, it could be, if it's basketball, right? Do keep that dunk, be ready to dunk that ball, man. Always be ready to dunk the ball. The free throws from the midline. A sportsman is active, and it's all a part of the team, and it's all about keeping your medicine strong, keeping the enemies, the demons at bay. Yeah, bring out the precept.
Yeah, turning to that as well, almost at the end of the race. This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And we're running to obtain those incorruptible crowns, man. As of which I think it's mentioned within 1 Corinthians 15 as well, which part of it is the new bodies, as well as actually it mentions it here. Hold on, Salak, can I read verse 25?
Yeah.
It says in 1 Corinthians 9 and 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. So of course that's the reward that we're striving for, that incorruptible crown, that authority of rulership that Yahushua is going to give unto us. Right. All of that comes with completing the race, man. Wow. All in all.
Precept?
Yeah. All right, bring out the precept.
Matthew 24 verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not seen since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, that in itself also, you can refer to the spirits of vengeance, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. Because if you don't mind, Yaratazal can bring out this article on it.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, bring it out then.
Because, BBC News recently reported, let me just read the article. So it says, at least 28 injured after car drives into crowd in Munich. That's in Germany. It says a car has driven into a group of people. I remember, this ain't the first time this year. The first time, I think it was either New Orleans.
Yeah, that was New Orleans, yeah. That was New Year's Eve, yeah.
A truck driver came through, was just driving mad because, he had the spirit of vengeance upon him.
Yeah.
If you then ask him, why did you do that? He'll say, I don't know, man. I don't know what came over me. They say that response because they don't understand that it's the spirit of Yahweh Shemshah that put that spirit of vengeance upon him, man.
Yeah, that's the MK Ultra that the Most High be using. As you say, the spirits for vengeance, man, to bring about his purpose, because people was going there. A lot of them were warned not to. A particular young ninja girl was told by her mother, and the mother said it on the news. Well, I wish you young children, if you listen to your parents, because if my daughter would have listened to me, she would have been here with me today. So that was the Most High was giving, you ninja women, you rebellious ninja women, an example to listen to your parents, which some of you still ain't going to listen anyway. And that was just one thing. There was a couple of others as well. Crashes, New Year's Eve, and also Christmas Day. You had one. Just back to back. The other one with the Tesla car exploding outside of Vegas. These were like, as you say, back to back incidents that were taking place at the turn of the page of the year 2025. And by the way, this is the hopeful year of our deliverance and our salvation and destruction and judgment upon the wicked. In way of reminder, as we always reminded anyway. Anytime you turn on the news, you see judgments after judgments. This one was just today, wasn't it? Put the date. Give him the date.
Just show it to the camera.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, what's the date? When did it happen?
It said 13. So the article was uploaded 13th February 2025. says it was updated an hour ago. And continuing on, it says a car has driven into a group of people into the Munich, leaving at least 28 people hurt, 2 of them seriously. And then German police have said the fire service said some of the injured were in a life-threatening condition. I read that's a summary for how this year is going to be, man. You know, according to what Apostle Zahar deemed the year, you know, the year of our deliverance, you know, the year of destruction as well as the judgment of the wicked as well, man. You know, so of course that judgment is happening, man. Those spirits of vengeance are running to appease the wrath of He who made them. So that's what's happening here, you know.
Yeah, so hence,
read too much here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the point is made on that. Just in way of reminder, we at the beginning. We're not we're in February now.
Yeah, we're just warming up now,
and we're coming up to the Passover. As you say, around that era, around that time is, you know,
it's the peak.
There's a sifting time, and also you're going to hear a lot more about judgments. So as we opened up with 1 Peter 5 and 8, and also what is the one that you read? We're coming near to our salvation and destruction and judgment upon the wicked, man. So we raise our heads erect, as it says in Luke. Someone can hold that, and maybe we can hold each one can hold a last precept, and we can wind down from that. And then whatever you're holding,
I've got something here.
Yeah, let him bring out his one, and you bring yours out after.
No, you said something in Luke.
Luke chapter 21, around about. It might be 38.
Yeah, all right. You can bring it out.
I got some here. Yeah, this is the book of Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is being sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Wait.
Ezekiel 21, verse 9.
It's like it, brother. It's my habit, but I don't know why. Why don't you do that sometimes, Ark?
Right, Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord. Say, a sword is sharpened, and it's also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
There you go.
It is furbished.
So that's the Most High's judgment. Spirits created for vengeance, man. There's another one. Since you got that one, finish what you are and hold. It backs it up nicely. But as a matter of fact, finish off that one, and then I've got another one for you.
Okay.
To back it up.
Right.
Yeah. Hold yours. Yeah.
Right. Ezekiel 21, verse 9 again. So, son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord. Say, a sword is sharpened.
Yeah, because we're coming in, we get the things. This is judgments, man. And prophets, what do they do? One, say before, right? Or seers, what they see, you know, or visionaries. There's another word. In the world, they call them what they call them, psychics. Or there's another word. You got psychics. You got
see into the future.
Clairvoyance, which usually you hear about the clairvoyance, where people be visiting them, usually on the left hand side. But that's the name that Esau be giving prophets, which the proper name is prophets or seers, to see, to say before, man. Right. So that's what's happening there. Ezekiel is warning of what's coming down the pipe. Right. Carry on in 10.
Verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
Yeah. There's going to be a holy slaughter.
Yeah.
You don't have to get it, but scriptures come to my mind. But yeah, carry on. You don't have to get that one.
It is furbished.
Explains it,
that it may glitter.
There's going to be, the place is going to be full of dead bodies, man. Let me just say it like that. But it's explaining it nicely. Yeah.
Should we then make mirth?
Should we have party? Should be time for party? There's no time for partying, man.
Be sober.
Be sober. Oh, I'm glad you said that, man. The times to be sober, man. Not be legless. Keep your head on the swivel, as one of the Edomite men said when we was talking about New Orleans and the Christmas things and all these things, the Tesla explosion. He said this is not the time to be in a whole load of crowds, in parties, in concerts, because people be loving them. You know, the breads and the circuses in the certain places. You know, there's maybe, you know, amongst ourselves, maybe we're all right. But football still, you know, in amongst a whole heap of crowd and
large gatherings,
in a whole heap of mirth, where a whole heap of mirth's going on. Yeah, as it's saying there.
Should we then make mirth? it containeth the rod of my son as every tree.
Right, the Most High's will, man. His word goeth forth. Who can turn it back? You don't got to get that, but that's a beautiful one as well. That's in right, you know the one, Isaiah 55 and 11. But get it just come to my mind now. It's lucky. 7. Get Ezekiel 7 and 20, 26. No, 20. Yeah. And read that to back it up.
26, yeah?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Right. Ezekiel 7 verse 26. Mischief shall come upon mischief.
Mischief, that's trouble, man. Right? And what we seeing, as you said, I like that word, back to back mischief, back to back judgments. The spirit creative. Oh, the spirit just jumped on me. My vision. Maybe that's why we're talking about what we're talking about right now. This was I had quite a few this week. That's, you know, it was a bit of a roller coaster this week, but this could be the balance. Quite a few visions, but I'm going to bring this one out. I was in a certain area, dark area, and some people. Oh, did we not see someone with a dog today? And I started cursing. Maybe the spirit. Maybe there was a memory somewhere in the back of my mind, very similar to the vision. Someone could have been an XL bully dog, right? But could have been ninjas. Can't picture the face too clearly, but it could have been ninjas, and they had these XL bully dogs, big, real muscular looking dogs. If you've seen Predator, the Predator, the Alien movie around 2018, because there's a couple of them, but I think it's the latest one where they had some hybrid looking dogs. These were like hybridized looking dogs, like you know, really like extra big. And these ninjas tried to set dogs on me, right? And this could have been the time of when they come in like a flood. I'm just talking in the spirit. You know, when it's said that when they come in like a flood, the spirit shall lift up a standard against them. So these ninjas were coming towards me, and they had their dogs, and they said, "Get him, get him, get him!" And I just remember me. I had two things: either fight or flight, which is to run, or you get extra brave. And I just got the spirit jumped on me to just look at them, stand your like what I usually do. Like when you may be scared deep down inside, you may be a little bit intimidated, but sometimes shake it off. They say when a person's back's against the wall, then you know who that person is. It brings out who they really are. Some people, they run, they fly, they fight or fly, or they run, or they just freeze. Anyway, I stood there, I looked at the dogs, because that's what you're supposed to do when you see dogs. If they're coming at you, you're supposed to look at them in their eyes, because they may be, potentially, they're more frightened than you. I'm not saying do anything stupid, but this is what I did in the vision. And I looked at all these dogs coming towards me, and they every time they came to, it's like, if you ever see the bull in a matador, you know, you see them bulls, the bullfighters, and they wear the matadors, and they wear red, and they go like that, and the bull always runs around them. We're going to start winding down now. So it was like me, I was the matador but I didn't have no thing in my hand. I just was looking at the dogs, and the dogs wouldn't come at me, and the owner was saying, "Get him, get him!" And every time the dog ran to me, it would go that way, or it would go that way, but it wouldn't go touch me. Why did I say what I just said? Right, read that scripture again.
Right, here we go again.
There's more to the story.
Yeah, Ezekiel 7 verse 26. Mischief shall come upon mischief.
Right, it's picking up momentum.
And rumor shall be upon rumor.
Right, judgments are out there, man. Spirits of vengeance are out there. They're busy.
That's true.
Just are we keeping our ministry strong, and as you say, we be sober.
Go on.
We're in the midst of the storm.
Yes.
It ain't coming near us.
That's it. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Right.
But the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients.
Right. We ain't gonna be there. We done tell them already. Warn them over and over and over again. Sending the prophets, getting up early in the morning. Well, we know the scriptures in Jeremiah. He was very persistent with his own people, but they rejected him. Have you got something?
Yeah, because you mentioned Jeremiah, and then that links to your vision as well.
So we may close on this one then, yeah?
Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy, man. So all of these animals will also be used for judgment ultimately. You know, because, you know, when the brother was talking about the dogs trying to charge at him, you know, certain ninjas that were trying to target him, it didn't work, man. They just kept evading him. Every time the dogs ran, they kept evading him. So those
through
dogs
the power and the
to
spirit of the Most High.
God, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So when it says, and the dogs to tear, that's for the wicked ones, man. You know, the sinners, the ones who are disobeying Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. God.
All right, so
That's the point,
that's the point. A matter of fact, we're going to close on Isaiah 52. You can read that one, yeah?
Right, Isaiah 52, verse 1.
And we're going to close with that one.
Awake, awake.
Yep.
Put on thy strength.
We keep stressing being awake and being sober. We're going to keep stressing it because, yes, the elect are going to be awake anyway. The elect are going to hear this anyway, yeah?
O Zion, put on the beautiful garments.
Zion, that's another word, and it means monument. But ultimately, that's his wife, potential wife. Yeah, awake, yeah?
Yeah. Put on thy beautiful garments.
Right now we're in sackcloth. Right, we're mourning. We're in mourning. That's the meaning of sackcloth.
That's heavy.
Right, most are saying we're going to be able to take them off.
Yeah.
We start looking in preparation to being his wife. Carry on.
O Jerusalem, this holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking forward to, man. We no longer be around these ninjas with pit bulls or XL bully dogs giving us funny looks or wanting to delete us because we know they deep down they want to do, because are they not the killer of the prophets coming back? A lot of them are. Right? So we're woke, we're awake, we are awake, and we're calling to the elect who are going to respond and be awake. So enough said on that, and it says put on thou beautiful garments. So we're coming to the time where we can start putting these sackcloths down, right, for once and for all. But first we've got to do the work, continue to do the work. If anybody's got any final comments.
That's all it is, you know, Revelation 2 and 5 about doing the first works. You know, that's what we're doing. We prioritize the works, then we'll get rewarded later. And then we'll get protected as well during Jacob's trouble prior to salvation. But that's what we're doing, man. Just keeping it simple.
All right, do you have it, man? Abba Ratazar, it was edifying to all the sincere elect out there, man. Once again, double honors to all the elders and the apostles for teaching us this 100% truth. Once again, shalom to all the sincere out there, man.
Shalom, shalom.
To the next one.
Shalom, shalom.